Right, welcome back to Old Ridge. As you see, we moved on to Late Summer. Now, before I really start, I was going to do a special one. This is episode 160 with some of the history of Old Ridge. But after having Rosie put to sleep Monday, I'm recording this on Thursday, and you see this a week after I recorded. I didn't really feel much like doing that, so you have to put up with an ordinary episode. But things have moved on. We're now in late summer and all hell has broke loose. Just about every crop's ready. I'm just taking one load of total ration up to the cows, then I'm going to grab a hold of the grind trailer and then look after Tom, who is at the moment halves in 19 North, wheat in 19 North. We've also got 10 is ready, 1 is ready. As I say, everything happens at once. So what I shall do is fill up, or put this load into the cattle, and then whip back to the farm, or drop the trailer off at the cattle yard, whip back to the farm. And that was rather a long auto save, but never mind. There is a lot going on this one. It's not as well optimised as it was when that was in OEB's hands. When it left them, I've done rather a lot to it. Catch the trigger, we got it. And I see Tom is already about 60% full, so he's gonna be full before I can get up there, but it shouldn't matter too much. He will probably enjoy the rest of it. I'll wait for that to go down. That's down. I've also got milk to take. So we've got a bit of everything at the moment. We'll just drop this off in the yard here. I hope there's not going to be any rain, but if there is, it's going to get wet. We've also got silage just ready to move out of the bunker here. That will have to wait, I think. We're going to have our work cut out the next few weeks as we try and get everything done. Now I'll try and back this in. It's the trouble here, as you all know, if you try and rush something, it never quite goes right. Alright, that's undercover. Oh, good ass. Oh. Alright, unhook it. And away we jolly well go. Oh yes, it's 89%. This should be the quickest way this way, I think. Just hope that the police ain't about, because I'm going to be speeding for the equipment I'm using. It's 97, and you see that I think the home field, we've done the home field. 10 is ready. I would take a quick drive round, but it's already full. We'll have a drive round once I empty them off. I'll keep with the JCB as I'm in it. Apart from the fact, because it's the quickest one we've got, so it's going to be best for this job. Got it? Right. Well, take the brake off first, of course. Usually helps. You see, one is ready. Potatoes are not ready yet, luckily. Well, they're getting closer in flour. 10 here is also, as I said, it's ready. There's another load of wheat, another field of wheat. I haven't checked the others yet, but it happens every year. You get caught thinking, I was going to move the silage today. I was going to get Tom down with the telehandler to load me up with the silage. I was going to take a load of silage down to the store and bring a load of TMR back to fill the cattle right up. That ain't going to work now. I think I'll put some beacons on for this because I don't want anybody to get in my way. I better just take the sheet off. Yes, it's been a interesting. sorry about that. It wasn't a cop that carried him up. It's a cop and they carried him up in, so to speak. We ain't gonna want any more straw, so I think we're gonna have plenty of straw. If not, we'll buy some in. But I think I could do with the extra layer of fertiliser on the ground more. Where is he? I hope he didn't get right up that top end, because that is a beggar. If he's on this top bit here, hopefully he's down the other side. Oh, it looks like he just got round the bend, so you can see him on my mini map. Yeah, as I say, it's been another interesting period. Crawford Browns are starting up slowly again. They're having a go at people. Not me at the moment. They have been putting a little bit of it out about Tom. But I think that will be a fail, because we've already proved to all and sundry that he's doing all right. There's been no question of anything going missing, extra going missing around the place, although there have been a few fires around here. Yes, and that brings me to Cuthbert. He's had quite a bit of damage on one of his orchards. As you know, he went. I'll just put the brake on so I don't want to sit there with the brake on. He went over to fruit 100%. All his fields are now got trees in, and the oldest two fields are cropping well, and he's making a little bit of money out of it. He's actually paying his father back, but there's been a little bit happening around there that I don't like, he don't like, and that's why I can always sit here for a minute, let him fill up again. I will probably do two fills and take it back. Yeah, he's had some damage, not on his two mature fields, all this next one, but this one he just planted. He only planted trees in there a year ago now, and someone's been there setting fire to them. And because a couple is working on his own now, he's decided that as he can't seem to keep staff, well, he couldn't. I think he could now. He's learned a lot, but in the past he couldn't keep staff. That he'd do it all on his own, so he can't keep an eye on all these fields. But he said a fire. Some of his trees have been set fire to. It's not the whole lot, luckily, or not the whole orchard, but enough were damaged that they've got to be grubbed up and plant new trees, and that all costs money. He said a storage barn that he has up on his oldest orchard field, which you remember the one I suggested he grew or he went over to Apples up there because the one that Crawford Brown wanted to buy off him, and he enjoyed it so much, the work, that he turned a whole lot into fruit growers. He's got greenhouses now too, by the way, near his homestead. He took one of the meadows there, and he's plumped down a whole load of greenhouses. He is actually making money. He's spent a lot, mind you. He has spent a hell of a lot, and he's deep in debt. So the last thing he wants is more damage. But he had a barn on one of his on his furthest field, which was storing an old tractor. Not a lot good. It's one he's going to do get done up and use it in the orchard, but he won't do that anymore. It's a complete write-off. Luckily the fire brigade got there before those trees caught. It's been very dry again, as I have told you, and in fact we have a quick look and see if we can see what the forecast is. We've got 7 tomorrow. We may not get much harvest done tomorrow. Oh dear. But you can see that it's dry all the way. And I wouldn't want to bet now my fields are now fairly dry again. There's no nitrogen in this field. You can see moisture, so, well, not on the edge here. Let's just move into the field and just see what that looks like. No, that's not too bad. We will want to put some lime down on this field just before we sow, I reckon. So, carpet has been hit by something or somebody. We don't know who. We know roughly when each act of vandalism has taken place. I say there's been 2 separate acts so far, and both against him. I just hope don't come to any more, because we had the crime prevention officer come round to all this farm, and he's told me yet again I really must put gates on everywhere. Problem is, you put gates on. There's BP done that, as you may remember, but he never shut them. You don't. When you're busy, you just do not shut the gates. You haven't honestly got time. And like this job, I could not shut the gates. Every time I take a load back to the farm, open and shut the gates. And I'm not having automatic stuff on. That's too blown expensive and it goes wrong. Alright, let's go and catch up with Tom. I think I'll let him just keep going round and round on this field. Don't think it's one to go up and down. He will need a help when he gets near the end, because it's a funny shaped field. But we want to get this one done first, get 10 done, then I think we better get the silage done on field 1. Really ought to slow down a bit on this. Shouldn't really be going this sort of speed. I will say this Tom's done a damn good job. He hasn't missed a lot. And I think he's going to fill up before he get there. $98, $99. Oh well, yes. Never mind. Might be pretty handy that he does, because it gives me a chance to empty him out and get back to the farm and empty everything out again. There's been other vandalism about, Sean had one is he's got little shepherd's huts all over the place on his far-reaching parts for his sheep farm, and he's had one of those shepherd huts broken into and quite a bit of damage done in it. The major's had a little. I haven't as yet, which is I won't say it's worrying. You shouldn't get worried when you don't actually have damage, but But we are about the closest of any of the farms to the village. It's a little bit harder for people to get the sheet on. It's harder for people to get away with our farm, and there's always someone around this. The wife or mother-in-law is also around the farm. The more out, the places further out might get done. I shall have to have a further look. Because we used to be even safer when Charles worked for us, because he living on top of the job where he did, next to the feed store. He could keep a good eye on the feed store and the beef and pig facilities. Sheep are the ones that are more worrying. They are really out on a limb. And that beet looked nice. You talk about one thing, you sort of notice something else. Well, I do anyway. I'm looking for a field to buy, if we make enough money this year, to put potatoes in. We'll be hiring all the equipment at first and get our own later, but I'm a great believer in having your own equipment. It just makes sense to me to have your own stuff. As we come down to 10, 10 shouldn't take us long to polish off. Just hope I haven't left anything in the way as I come hammering through the yard. Used to be really dangerous when there was a whole load of us working here. And wife and mother-in-law know better than to go out on the farm during harvest. They always stay well away from the farmyard itself. But this is a bit what makes it all worthwhile. Actually, it makes it more worthwhile. I find this more worthwhile than the selling of the crop. Oh, I made a complete pig's ear of that. Try again. That looks like we might just hit it this time. Yes, we got it this time. Brake on again. How's he doing? He's 60. Well, this is one of the ones what really is a rush to get to and from. That's why I'm actually. Let's wait till the trailer goes down. I don't want to hit a power line. You don't really want to leave the combine idle too long. It costs money. Because in the old days we'd probably have an old bod about who could pick up one of the small trailers, and just help out in between. But I had thought at one time of getting a lorry and getting an overload of it. Isn't worthwhile on this place. Even our far-reaching fields are not far away. We can just about make it fine and we don't get held up by anything. I think it will fill up by the time we get up to them, but it'll only just be full. Yeah, we should make plenty of money with that beet. That's my money maker, that beet. That reminds me, it used to be a tomato cord money maker many years ago. Yeah, my mind is wandering again. You should get used to it. Better let him get round the corner here. He's done a really good job there. Don't think he's missed a single grind so far. I trained him well. Well, no, I didn't, of course. It was just what chicks are nice, or what is that going on? Yeah, it is. Oh. The brake light's on and he's full. And this is about right, because I'd rather not have him moving when I'm loading. Not on this field. This field's got with that sheer drop at the far end, which would never have put fences up there, and I really should do. Oh, some people were wondering too about the rear bees over on the on that half a meadow. They're still there. They're actually doing very well indeed. And I decided that I may not cut that meadow anymore. I might just leave it to them. I think we can get away without it. Anyway, we're going to try. Make that my help for wildlife. I really must wash that combine. It's looking terrible now. I can't remember when that came out. God. Pleased? Was I pleased? It was expensive. But it's more than paid for itself since this thing, this JCB, this is a lovely piece of kit for transporting stuff quickly. And I better remember to go and get the make certain the harvesters for the forage harvesters. Okay, someone used it the other week, but, about a month ago. I lent it out, but you do tend to do that a bit around here. But being the second biggest general farmer here, I've got a lot of the equipment I need of my own. It's the smaller guys who need the help. The major, because it's got everything, and several other everything. I think he's got 3 combines at the moment. But you're talking about a really big operation. But I think his nose has been a joint a bit now that BP is the biggest cattle or milk producer in the area. BP really has taken that on, and something I wouldn't want to do. I'd like having some cattle about. I wouldn't want a massive herd like he's got. What are we up to now? We're up to 62 now. I'm going to stop at 100. Once I reach 100, that's going to be my limit. I must go and collect the eggs too and sell them. It's always a matter of trying to remember what to do. This is going to take a fair while. I think we're going to be 2 episodes on this one field. I think I might put you through quite a bit of this. That's mainly coming out of character completely. So I haven't got the time at the moment to do a lot off screen. Well, I have, but I'm playing other things. Yes, I'm lazy. Still mowing, yeah, oh yeah. Over in the top corner. You won't get back here. I'll have to go all the way around. I'll start off about 7 when he hits about 70%. I think we do one more trailer full on this episode, so we get 3 trailer fills, and that will be it. But let's have a look, see what. Oh, it's in the way. Let's have a look and see what the grain actually looks like. Yes, it's not looking bad at all. Short stem stuff. I'd like to grow some long stem so we could actually sell it to the faction trade. And there's quite a bit of faction still going on around here. I should see some of my cottages thatched. The ones we own. Mind you, we sold quite a few of them off, but we still on the one that Kylie was in and now Tom's in. on. And Paul, of course, is in the village. He's busy sorting out where to sell everything. Oh, and we better just make a start. I think most of this lot up here, of course, I'm going to. This should be going down to Chris's, and I will be taking it down there. But I'm going to do this field, then I'm going to get rid of that. I think that's a point I almost forgot, that this must go to Chris, so we can't put anything else into our outloading bins until we got rid of this, or into our silos. If not, Chris is not going to be best pleased if he get that contaminated with something else. In fact, I may take this one down there now and just get one out of the way. Yeah, I think what we'll do, we'll end up by popping into the farm, top this right up, then go down and see Chris. I hope he's there at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's early, I know. But if I'm working at 6, so should he be. We farmers are like that. We think that everybody should start at stupid o'clock in the morning. And what I'm going to do, as soon as I empty them off, I'm going to whip back to the farm, top this right up, drop it off at Chris's place. This is seed, of course. A big load of seed wheat. And we should get another, I think he said it could be worth another 5,000 or 6,000 on top. That's good enough quality. We will get a sale market price plus a little bit extra for being seed, but that will come in later when they find out how good or bad it is. Oh, sheet on. So we won't get much more done today. I'll get this one done and sold or delivered. Electronic payment, so we will be paid straight away as it goes in. That's one part of the modern world I don't mind. We don't have to wait months to get paid as we used to, and then find the merchant goes out of business just as he's about to pay you. Oh, that used to be annoying. Knowing that broke several farms. We never actually had it happen to us. We always managed to get the money, but it's happened to a lot of good farms. Now I hope I'm a good enough driver to turn at the top of the line to get under the top of the yard to get under the outloading bin. We want another couple of ton on there, I think. Soon find out. It's fun getting the tractor. We'll just come out of a cab to do this because I can never remember where this is. That's there. That's got it. I'll get back to the cab. We're full. Sheet back on. Now we have a little drive round. Yes, put the maize in there because that's next door to the BGA, so it's not going to cost as much to transport that, and that's a long-term investment. We don't see the money back for that until the late winter, I wouldn't have thought. There's a lot of work involved too, having to level those bunkers out. I don't know how many bunkers worth we get. We certainly get one, possibly two. And this is a long way to get to them. not the best place to go is go back to the farm. It's probably the worst way to do it, but it's the only way I could think of doing it. And I've now got that stage where I begin to pray that I don't get lost and give you lot a good laugh. Anyway, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber and wish to see more of FS15, yes, this is FS15, not 17. As much as I love 17, it hasn't got a farm. I've been playing for over 160 episodes now. Over 400 hours. Now I'm going to, before I go on now, I think I am going to take a screenshot of us tipping here. What else is it? L. I'm going to come out of cab once we get on here, and we'll have a look at Chris's place of work. See him actually doing something. I don't know if he's there yet. Let's put the brake on. Good. Yes, that should do. Close in a bit. Got him there. Start tipping and we'll get another one. And we'll have one good one. So we get all the HUDs back up again. Yes, I know I should be running without HUDs, but I'm too old to learn too many new tricks. Alright, once we make our way back, I shall finish the shutdown. Does that come down? Yes. Put the sheet on. Make sure it's gone on. Yes, it has. There's no easy way of getting back up here. We're not going to get back before he's full again. It's already 80%, 81. But that gives us some money, and we do that with the rest of these. So that's going to take us a fair while to finish this off. Alright, yes, I think I was saying, if you're not a subscriber, feel free to subscribe. I was happy to have you aboard. Join the happy band here. You never know, if you comment enough or catch my attention, you may become part of Aldridge. That's how Chris has done it. He never asked. It just happened that I'm having some very good conversations with Chris, and I decided, why not use him? That's how Chad came about. Chad is the owner of the store, of the vehicle store. Chad no longer gets about here, but he will never go. Chad is part of this map, as much as BP and the OEB boys. I learned to talk one day. You know, so when I've gone past it, I was just scratching myself. I ain't got lost today. And Darren here, of course, who runs the shop, is another real live person involved. It's a lot of people. Yes, any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, tales. And I have to thank Buckwald. I don't know if he watched this series, but I'm going to thank him anyway for another interesting story of farming in the past. Thank you, Buck. I love those stories, and if anybody that's got anything like that, let me have them. It all makes stuff. I don't know what put it all in, but I can put some of the stuff into stories. It helps. I'm not actually a farmer. I worked in the farming industry, maltings and animal feed, but I've never ever been a farmer. Mel Chep was a farm labourer, but that was a lot of years ago. So with that, I think it's Merman there saying cheerio for now. Cheerio. Oh, God. I think I'm going to go up the wrong way to get to him. It's got to be simpler. I think we've got enough room there to turn around when we need to. Right, let's get. Oh, because he's on the bend, not round the bend. I hasten to add. I'll just come out of cab so I can actually see this one. It's not an easy one to get. Right, so cheerio, one and all, cheerio.